My name is Ayotunde Yoloye. I'm the creative director at Free Gift International Film and Theatre Ministry, and I also play the role of registrar in Abattoir Season 3. Well, I think it was a pleasure and a joy working on the set of Abattoir. It's interesting that you're doing a lot of hard work, but then at the same time, you're working fairly easily with the entire set of the cast and the crew. I thought working with Damilola made it very easy because to a great extent, he basically gave a lot of leeway to the actors to be able to interpret the roles as they thought fit. And in areas where he thought he needed to put his input, he put his input in there. I thought we worked at a decent pace, not too much pressure, but at the same time it was a little bit of a high pressure set, and because you're trying to cover a lot of ground within a relatively short time. But I think all told, I thought the cast and crew were fantastic, good makeup artists particularly, good support all around. I thought the technical crew were excellent. So it was a wonderful set to work on the production. The truth of the matter is that we're all working for the same master. Just like you find when you get into the army, you have different divisions and different brigades within the army, but essentially they still work for the same authority. So you can have the Air Force, the Navy, the Marines, but all of them are different battalions, but working for the same master, fighting a common enemy. And so I think that in today's world, collaboration is the way to go. The Bible already tells us, it says, one will put to flight 1,000, two will put to flight 10,000. So if you want to go it alone, you will still win some battles, but there are some battles you are not going to be able to win unless you come together to fight them. So I think that collaboration is the way to go. I expect that we will see a lot more of these collaborations in the year ahead as the body of Christ itself gets a lot wiser in terms of fighting the battle with the common enemy, the devil. Yes, in several dimensions, and I suspect that every minister and every member of the crew will have one story or the other to tell. In my case, one of the things that I found God in his own way working things out the way only he could do was for me in the last scene. And the last scene of the movie was actually the last scene that I was involved also in shooting. And we had shot so many scenes before that time, and we had a very hectic schedule, and on that last day, my voice actually seemed to be going. I was almost like losing my voice. But I found that the fact that my voice was going and almost cracking was almost just what I needed, or what was needed to shoot the last scene.
What a worthless father you are. Stop it! What an empty, useless, pathetic man you are. Stop it, please! You wasted your wife, wasted your son, wasted everything because you're nothing but a waste. In that case, we will waste here together.
The last scene was emotional. The registrar was supposed to be almost crying, and as a result, I didn't have to fake a cracked voice or an emotional voice. It just came by speaking normally. I was speaking like somebody whose voice was going, who was going emotionally. And I think that that could only have been God that worked that together for good, for the purpose of the movie. One thing I found that was very interesting, almost hilarious, was there's a scene in the movie where the registrar is with the officer, and the registrar is threatening the officer and saying, "You don't know what I'm capable of." And the officer very confidently says, "Oh, everybody knows what you are capable of." "You don't know what I am capable of doing."
Everybody knows what you are capable of.
If I were you, I will run for my life and keep my dirty mouth shut. And then while we were shooting, we had a slight accident on set, you know, and the nature of the accident was such that at the time the accident happened, the lady who was playing officer was maybe a little bit disoriented, and so she couldn't coordinate some things she could do, and we had this little accident at the time. And so when we were reviewing the accident and we were laughing over it, I now told Officer Gabriel, and I said, "Oh, I told you you didn't know what I was capable of. Did you now see what I did and you were disoriented?" You know, we all had a good laugh, you know, over that event. So it was really an interesting time on the set of Abattoir. On the whole, I think Abattoir is a great movie, and I think the movie speaks for itself. If you've gone and watched the movie on YouTube, you've seen some of the reviews and the comments that were made, you know, you'll find that it's a movie that's blessing a lot of people, and I think so many things came together to make that happen. It's a great script, well-developed plots, finely developed characters, a great set of actors who were able to pull off the roles, a good technical crew, a lot of prayer, backup. So a lot of things came together to paint that picture. And I think that in a sense, this is a template or a model going forward for those interested in Christian theater and film, that we need to seek for excellence in all aspects of the production. So it's not just about acting, it's about your story, it's about your production crew, it's about your production design, the whole thing coming together to put forward a work that is beautiful and that honors the great God that we serve. So it was really great, and I think I'm blessed, and it's been a blessing to be a part of that production. God bless you.